Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Sessions. We got 12 new vocabulary words from JLPT N1 list for you today, and as always, if we see new kanji today, we're going to write it down 10 times, go over its readings, its meanings, and how to remember it based on the radicals that make up the kanji. Yes, we have a very funny new kanji today. If we see a new word but it's made of kanji we already know, we're just going to go over the meanings of the two kanji and how they come together to make our new word, and we'll write those down 3 to 5 times. If you don't want to listen to me write things and say them out loud a bunch of times, head on over to YouTube and you can skip ahead to the explanations. And if you just want these word lists, head on over to Google Drive. Our first word of the day, and there's going to be lots of adverbs today. I didn't do this on purpose, but there are a lot of adverbs today. Ikanimo. Ikanimo is our first adverb, meaning indeed, really, very, extremely, or absolutely. And let's get an example of this. I cannot give you an example of this. Ikanimo. 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 Ika. Ika. Like such as, what, nimo, ikanimo. It's kind of saying this is indeed as you say it is, almost, ikanimo. Ikanimo is indeed as you say it is, I will say, is the literal translation of this. Let's go ahead and put the kanji on this bad boy, because we've already learned both of these. Ikanimo. Ikanimo. ちょっと待って。いかにも。そう。いかにも is indeed, really, very, extremely, absolutely, or certainly. いかにもです. Indeed, as you say it is. Like or such thing on the left. Nani in the center for what, or kind of an anonymity marker. And nimo. いかにも. Indeed, as you say that thing it is. Ikanimo is indeed or certainly. Ikanimo. Ikanimo. Ikanimo desu is indeed or certainly. Ikanimo. Number 2 is isshin. Itsu on the left side for one, and shin on the right side for a body. Isshin is oneself or one's own interests, or throughout the body. This is our new noun, isshin. Oneself or one's own body. I'll say this is isshin. Is oneself or by one's own interests. Isshin can also mean throughout the body, as in throughout one whole body. Isshin is throughout the body, or on oneself, or with one's own interests. Isshin. Isshin desu. Number 3 is a bi or o with a tail end or lower slope of a mountain, meaning the tail of the mountain. So this is a tail. Radicals in this kanji are a corpse. So think of a body, and on the back side of it you have this thing. This is fur or feathers, the radical for fur or feathers, but it kind of looks like a tail, so we're going to try and remember the corpse's hair or the corpse's tail. It almost looks like the head of a fish, or like a fish's corpse almost. Like this is the kind of the head skeleton, and then this is like the ribs and the tailbone. Bi or o is the tail or end. It can also be a counter for fish. Bi. Hokani o is our tail end or counter for fish. Bi or o is a tail or end. Bi or o desu. Bi or o is a tail or end. Bi. Kani o is a tail or an end, also a counter for fish. Number 4 is an easy one with ugoki mawaru. Ugoku on the left side for moving, and mawaru on the right side for around, or kind of a revolving sense of a word, but ugoki mawaru is literally to move around. Ugoki mawaru is to move around. Ugokimawaru is to move around. Literally speaking, directly. It's not directly translated from English. This is one of those cases of convergent evolution in words, I think. And it just so happens that the Japanese and the English came up with the same exact way to say to move around. Ugokimawaru is to move around. Number 5 is onozukara. Onozukara is our next new adverb for naturally, or as a matter of course. Onozukara. Using the kanji for oneself or self, and I'm going to go ahead and use that because onozu. ちょっと待って。おのず。おのれ。ちょっと待って。おのずから。おのずから。はい。おのずから is oneself. おのずから. Literally, the kanji for oneself, zu kara. Naturally or as a matter of course. This is going to have to be rote memorization, but using the kanji for rote memorization versus using the sound is pretty much the same. Apart from that, it might be slightly confusing having the ちょっと待って。おのずからかちょっと。おのずから is naturally or as a matter of course. おのずからです。Naturally or as a matter of course. What the kanji for oneself is doing in this, I'm not sure. おのずから is naturally or as a matter of course. It's almost like saying, don't you know me? おのずから. Of course, it's me we're talking about. おのずから is naturally or as a matter of course. おのずから. おのずから. Number 6 is gaku gyo. Gaku on the left side for learning and gyo on the right side for the business of it. So your gaku gyo is your business of studying. It's like saying that I'm going to get down to the business of studying. It's studies, schoolwork, or classwork is your gaku gyo. Gaku gyo is studies, schoolwork, or classwork. Gaku gyo desu. Gaku gyo desu. Gaku gyo desu. じゃあ7番はカルテ。Karute is our all katakana word for a patient chart or clinical records from the German word Karte. I don't know how to pronounce it in German, but this is a German word. Karute is a patient chart or clinical records. This is going to have to be rote memorization for me because I do not know German. Karute is a patient chart or patient records. Karute desu. Karute. It's patient chart or patient records. Karute. Number 8 is kichitto. This almost sounds like kichinto. It's like a shortening of that, maybe. Kichinto is like to do something perfectly, and this kind of has pretty much the same feel to it. Kichitto is exactly or perfectly. Another new adverb. Kichitto is exactly or perfectly. Similar to kichinto. Kichitto is naturally or perfectly. Number 9 is kui tsuku. Kui on the left side for eating. In this case, we're talking about eating as in biting. And tsuku on the right side for to attach to, append to, or hang on. So kui tsuku is to bite into and get one's teeth into something, both metaphorically and literally. It can also mean to bite or snap at. Probably metaphorically as well, like if you like lose your temper and snap at somebody with your words, I think that can probably mean kui tsuku as well. It can also mean to hold on to something, to bite into again, metaphorically, or to complain. Kuitsuku is to bite or snap at. Alternatively, to get one's teeth into, literally or metaphorically. Kuitsuku is to get one's teeth into, or bite into, or snap at. Kuitsuku. Kuitsuku desu. Number 10 is our word with a new kanji for the day, geri. Geri is diarrhea, or your under diarrhea, the literal translation, underneath on the left, and ri, our new kanji for diarrhea itself, on the right. This kanji is made up of two radicals. On the top, we have our encasing radical for sickness, and underneath we have advantage. This is the radical for, or this is the kanji for an advantage or a benefit. The way I kind of think about this is diarrhea is your body literally evacuating your bowels. So it is technically beneficial for your body to have diarrhea. It's a bad sign, but it's a good thing for your body to be doing. So this is a sickness or a symptom. I'm going to say a symptom that is overall beneficial. Diarrhea is your body giving a benefit to you by evacuating itself. Ri is diarrhea with our encased benefit. Geri. Geri no ri is the benefit of having a symptom like diarrhea. Honestly, the benefit of a symptom, which is how I'm trying to remember based on these radicals, is not going to be that helpful. If someone can think of a better way to remember geri is a beneficial symptom or beneficial sickness, as in, if you can think of a better way to put this specifically with diarrhea and not with some other symptom, because a lot of symptoms fit that, right? Like a fever is good for your body, though it feels bad. Like it's trying to kill the virus, but it's bad for you. So I don't know how to pick this diarrhea out from other kind of system-wide good, but typically thought of as bad symptoms. Geri no ri is diarrhea. Together with ge on the left side, we have literally translated under diarrhea, but geri is diarrhea. Number 11 is another adverb with koto gotoku. Koto gotoku is altogether or entirely. Koto gotoku. Goku is extremely or in big gulps, and that's kind of how I'm thinking about this. Koto meaning something, gotoku in something in big gulps, or some matter in big gulps is kind of how I'm self-translating it all together entirely. It's not how it actually means it's Japanese people, but that's the way I'm going to try and memorize it anyway. Koto gotoku is altogether or entirely. Something in one big gulp is altogether or entirely. Koto gotoku. Koto gotoku desu. And finally, number 12 is shimiru. Shimiru is our new intransitive verb for something that is piercing, penetrating, stinging, twinging, or being infected. Something that is felt keenly. When I say sting or twinge, it's like how a bee sting still twings or stings after you are stung by the bee. It's something intransitively stinging. Something is not stinging you, but something is stinging. To pierce, penetrate, sting, or twinge is shimiru. Shimiru desu. We won't learn the kanji for this just yet. We'll wait till after we pass the N1 and we're on to greener pastures with our Japanese. Shimiru is to pierce, sting, or twinge with pain. It also means to be infected. Shimiru desu. Let's go back to the top of this list. Make sure we put some good pins in our brain where all these memorizations are eventually going to go. Make sure you're making flashcards of these and immersing yourself in Japanese. If you haven't checked out Sanctuary on Netflix, I suggest you do so. Sanctuary is an amazing show, especially if you have never looked at sumo before, like I have not really. Like, I'm interested in Japanese. Never, sumo in particular is never something I really felt that interested in. I think it's all the focus on man groin in that sport. There's just something about the diapers always put me off. But if you can get through looking at it that much, man groin, you might like it. I am enjoying it. I feel like it's a heartfelt, well done show. Our first word of the day today, back to topic, was really, very, extremely, absolutely, or certainly. Our new adverb, ikanimo. Ikanimo. With sort of thing on the left. Nani in the center, and nimo on the right side. Ikanimo. meaning it's that sort of thing, absolutely, or certainly. Ikanimo is absolutely or certainly. Oneself or one's own interest is ishin, or if one's own interests with hito on the left side, itsu, and shin on the right side for body, meaning oneself or one's own interest, ishin. And, or a tail or a lower slope of a mountain is an o. An o is a tail. Hokani bi, if talking about counters for fish. Bi or o is a tail. To move around is exactly translated just like English. Ugoki on the left side for moving, and mawaru on the right side for around. Ugoki mawaru is to move around. Naturally, or as a matter of course, is onozukara. Onozukara, with our kanji for oneself. Mizukara no. Mizuka. Onozukara. And this can be written either with kara in hiragana or just ra in hiragana. Onozukara is naturally, as a matter of course, another adverb. One's studies or schoolwork is one's gakugyo. Gaku on the left side for learning, and gyo on the right side for business of. Gakugyo is the business of studying or learning. Clinical records, or a patient record, is a karute, from the German word karte, or karute. I'm not sure how to pronounce it in German, but karute in all katakana is a clinical record. Exactly or perfectly is kichitto. Kichitto. Very similar to kichinto, which we've learned before, but kichitto is our new all hiragana adverb for exactly or perfectly. To bite or snap at is kuitsuku, with our kanji for eating on the left side, kui, and tsuku on the right side in hiragana for to attach or to hang on. Kuitsuku is to bite, snap, or get one's teeth into, metaphorically. Diarrhea is geri, ge on the left side for under, and ri on the right side, with our advantage symptom is diarrhea. Geri is diarrhea. Altogether or entirely is koto gotoku, as in something in one big bite. Koto gotoku is absolutely or entirely. And finally, to penetrate, to sting, or to twinge is shimiru, our new intransitive verb for when something stings. Shimiru. その蜂の蜂の噛んだところがしみてる. I think I just said the place where the bee bit me still stings, because I don't know how to say the bee actually stings. Maybe 刺す. その蜂が刺さったところはしみっているよ. I guess the place where that bee pierced hurts or stings. That's my best guess. Thanks for watching this Friday, everybody. I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow, I think. Thanks for watching. どうもありがとうございました.